frequently show this, but I want to show you what it takes to position the Wolferidge 17 RS log splitter into place so that you can kind of stack it pretty close by, split it pretty close by your pile. I think it's pretty important to release this jack. Release the jack, and if you can start just slightly downhill a little bit from where you're going to be positioning the long splitter. This thing weighs a lot. I mean, I can't imagine trying to do this with anything heavier than this. I mean, it's possible, but I think it weighs somewhere around 1,000 pounds, maybe a little more than 1,000 pounds. And I'm planning on putting it over there. But if you can start it slightly downhill or slightly downhill towards where you're going, it helps tremendously because there's not much flat ground out here. Kind of show you what I do. Basically just spinning it around on its axis a little bit and then letting it come downhill. Hopefully nothing's in the way of the tires, because anyway, so then I put my wood chocks here in front of the tire. That's not gonna work. Another decent one. Another decent one. On the other side. Okay, and that's it. Anyway, I'll show you really quick first. This locking pin back here, it's a whole nother story behind that. It's the pin that it comes with. So you can see it. You have to turn it and then slide it up and it locks into place, as you can see that. So that way it won't come out. This is extremely important to lock it in place. Like I said, another story for that. Slide it in and out of the hole through the pin. So it was like this, if you can see that, for transportation purposes. That's kind of about where it was. And if you're in a place where you might trip over it or whatever around the Woodyard, it's just easy to slide it back. Then it has another hole where you can slide it back so it's out of the way. And make sure you put that pin in and lock it. Hear that popping noise, that locking noise. And that's it. Pretty simple to move it around, as long as you have a completely flat surface or slightly downhill. If it's uphill at all, it is extremely difficult to move this thing around because it's pretty heavy. And I think that's why I got the 17, I want to say the 17 RS as opposed to the larger version, not the 22, because I think the 22 RS and the 17 RS are about the same weight. I think they're very, very similar. I just wanted something where I could maneuver this thing reasonably well around the Woodyard. As long as, like I said, you're flat on level ground, close to level, slightly downhill, you can get it where you want. But if you're not, you're gonna have to back it up into wherever you're going with your truck or whatever you have, your tractor. So that is the benefit of going a little smaller machine like this. All right, this is me putting my log splitter, attaching it back to my truck. A couple of things that I did. Well, like I said before, this can be extended, and that's what I like to do. That way I can lower the tailgate. I can lower that, and it won't hit this. So I like to extend this when I'm trailering this. Pop the pin out. All right. So now, swivel it around. This is the problem though. You're gonna have to kind of push it back downhill a little bit. The back end's gonna want to grab into the ground. That'll work. Let's see if I can swivel it around this way. On something. All right, that should be pretty smooth sailing. Pins in over there. All right, turn the fuel off. All right. Now we're ready to go.